right, we're live finally.
Hello. Welcome to Bravocon.
I know where the unexpected happens in every corner.
No.
I know you don't have a lot of time and it's not ideal circumstances. We are going to be doing these every day, around 9:30, depending on how it works out. So I do want you to feel like you can download Thea and, with a difficult circumstance. I'm not going to talk too much. I do have a few questions, but I'll hold them. Why don't you download on what it's been like since you got there? I know you've had some drama. What's going on?
Well, I got here on Wednesday morning because I had to rehearse Captain Lee's show, which was super fun. And then we went out to dinner. That was fun. And then yesterday, I was at breakfast with my friends, and I just said, let me walk to Bravocon and go to Will Call and pick up my wristband. But I got really lost, and my GPS took me to behind Bravocon, the back of the building. And I saw two girls at work here walking in, and I thought, well, Will Call's probably inside, so let me just follow them. So I did, and then I ended up being inside Bravocon. I went live and showed all the rooms, and then I got kicked out. And they said, you can't go live in here. It was 10 minutes before anyone caught me. And then he goes, I said, oh, I'm sorry. I'm just looking for Will Call. And so he brought me to Will Call. And I was like, okay, we're good. But after that, 5 security guards swarmed me and took my phone and went through it to make sure I hadn't taken any pictures or saved any video. They went to my archives, everything. And I didn't save anything. And they were really nice. And then I picked up my wristband finally, and then I went to rehearse, and then we did the show, and Carl came, and Captain Jason. It was super fun. Carl was really nice. He was definitely not wanting to talk about Lindsay. Somebody asked a question in the audience. They said, hey, Captain Lee, what do you think about Lindsay and Carl? And I know he's here tonight, but do you have any thoughts? And he was like, I'm not going to answer that question. And Carl clapped a ton, he stood up and clapped. Because he's like, thank you for not, talking about this. And the tea that I got was that he paid for the wedding, himself, out of his pocket, all the expenses that they incurred. And she's saying she sold her ring to pay, but he's saying that's not true. So that's the tea I got from him. And it does not seem like he is at all happy with Lindsay. I feel like he thinks he's being painted in a bad light. So that's the impression I got. But he's really nice. He was so nice.
Do you think he cheated on her? Do you think he called it off because she was drinking? Well, just hear me out. Because she was drinking and he wasn't.
He did not cheat on her. Even she's now saying that's not true.
So do you think it was the drinking?
I don't know. I think that she got to be too hard for him. It was wedding planning, stressful, nag all summer, and he just realized what am I doing?
Yeah. Too bad he didn't realize that way before they went that far.
All I can say is he was drinking water last night, and he was very into the story about Captain Lee's son, and he seemed like a very sober person to me. So
yeah, he's sober. I was saying her drinking because one of the things that I read was that was causing a rift, was that he's trying to live a sober lifestyle and she's still kind of wants to be young and party, and it's not conducive.
That could be part of it.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. So what else did you do? Did you go to the blow bar?
After the show, I went over to this private birthday dinner for Fedra at Yellowtail at the Bellagio. And it was about 12 people. It was Sheree, MJ, Fedra, Jen Aiden, Teresa, Louie, Bill Aiden, and Melissa Feister. And I sat at the table and I was talking to everybody. Phaedra was so nice. She said, oh, I've heard so much about you. And I just wondered, do they know who I am? Louie and Teresa, they hate me, right? But they didn't, say anything. And then Melissa Feister, her podcast partner, was like, oh my God, Thea, so nice to me, but not in front of them. I mean, they didn't hear my name. And then I finally got the nerve to walk over, and everyone was super nice. Louie took a picture of me. Bill Aiden was super drunk. And no one said anything, so I just don't think they knew who I was. I didn't say my name.
Well, did you rip out the book? Did you promote the book?
What?
Did you promote your book?
I know. Well, here's my book. I sold 3 copies last night. I've given away 4 copies, so there you go. I'm negative.
Life of a writer, right? Life of a writer. Well, I am. So, what was the impression of Louis and Teresa in their relationship at the table? How'd you feel about it? Did you feel like, wow, they're thick as thieves, good as gold, everything's great?
Yeah. Everything's great. Yeah.
Well,
But let me tell you how drunk Bill Aiden was. Like, it was disturbing, Dana. He was falling down drunk. Yeah.
wow.
Really bad. And Fedra was so cute. I have a video of her doing a little dance when we sang happy birthday to her. She was like adorable. So I felt very warm from her, and Sheree was really nice too. Jen Aiden's super cold, and I wonder if that's because she recognized me, so I don't know. And Bill and Louis couldn't have been like nicer and more friendly.
I've heard that from other people. I've heard that they're very like gushy and Melissa and Melissa.
Teresa didn't say a word to me, but someone else on the table told me she's been like bitchy all night to everybody. So I don't think she recognized me. I think she's just a bitch. I don't know.
Oh, Teresa wasn't nice.
She didn't say a word to me, but a girl at the table said she hasn't said a word to anybody all night.
You know what? I want you to know that I've told the Teresa Giudice story before, which is I was at an OK Magazine party in LA, and I was there, and it was a lot of reality stars, and Teresa was there, and I was introduced to her, and it was before all the bad stuff happened. And she was incredibly quiet. She was very difficult to talk to. She was, and I was there like her at the time. Like I was on a show at the time. So it was like, it wasn't like she was like, oh, you know, it really, I think it's her personality. I think she's not easy to connect with unless she really knows you or something, I'm gathering, you know?
All right, Dana, I gotta go. The panel's starting, but love you. And I promise tomorrow we'll do longer because I just had a problem getting in today, but I'm in. Everything's great.
So tomorrow we'll have a better one. Do you think Reality Reckoning is impacting anything before you go? Reality Reckoning.
Oh, well, we're going to see right now at this panel if Andy mentions it.
All right, let me know. I'm dying.
All right, love you. Bye, guys.
Bye. You guys stay on for 1 second. I'm going to talk to you for a minute. I just want to say a few things. So some of the things that I'm really curious about finding out tomorrow from Thea, I had a feeling today was going to be a little rough because she didn't really understand how it was going to all work and all of that. And she didn't know how much time she was going to have and how long it would take to get in and all this stuff. So basically tomorrow what I'm going to do is I'm going to just have her download everything that she heard in the panels and let her kind of talk. I'm curious about a few things. I want to know about how the Reality Reckoning is impacting the vibe of the show at all. Like, is it heavy on the show? I felt the Vanity Fair article that came out was disappointing because I felt like it was really self-serving to the people that were featured in it. I'm not saying that their complaints weren't real or proper, but I felt like, why is there, I mean, is this all Vanity Fair could cover it from? There were so many other things to speak about. And I thought it was really very self-serving to the people in the article. And that was disappointing, which is why I didn't cover it. Cause I was like, I'm not going to just help people win lawsuits. Like, it's just silly. So that was one thing I wanted to say. I also want to find out how things are going. Does anybody see Kyle and Mauricio or PK and Dorit? How are they all interacting with what's going on? And then, of course, I want to see, what is the scoop with Uba? Does she bring Oliver, her secret Mr. Connecticut? I don't know why I'm interested in him, but like I am. Anyway, if you guys want, just for a few minutes, since this was a short one, why don't you tell me what you'd like to know from Thea, and I'll text it to her so she can pay attention. I don't go to Bravocon ever, so you guys know. I've never been invited to Bravocon by Bravo. I'm sort of considered an outsider because I don't tell the Bravo narrative. And there's videos in my playlist if you want to go look as to the rumors as to why Andy Cohen hates me so much. It's so weird. But anyway, you can go check it out for yourself. But no, I will never go to Bravocon unless I'm doing an event myself. I will never go because, well, a lot of reasons. Number one, I don't want to get to know people that I'm talking about on my channel. It's not conducive to it. It makes it difficult to tell the scoop when it happens, obviously. I know the people I know behind the scenes, and I don't need to know them publicly to everybody for their sake too. Also, I feel like I don't really want to just be paid $1,500 to do all that work, honestly, when you could do an event, make 10. I know it sounds greedy, but that's what I think. Because remember, you guys, I used to do all the movie premieres, all the film festivals, and that's what I did. I used to raise all the sponsorship and throw those parties and get paid. And then I'd have celebrities come to the events, and the celebrity would be promoting something. I would get a percentage of ticket sale revenue. I would get a percentage of sponsorships for raising the money, and I'd get to go and party my ass off. So Bravocon for me would not be something I would want to do in the way that they invite people to partake in it. Plus, my panel would be, if I was to do one, I would want to do something like the confessional panel, because I would want like the reality TV stars to come and vent to me about like things that piss them off during Bravocon, because frankly, that's all I would be interested in, is like what behind the scenes feuds erupted or friendships emerged or things people didn't expect to happen. So like, I don't know if I would ever get that panel, and I frankly wouldn't really enjoy listening to any other crap. So anyway, let me see what you guys suggested. Let's see. I want to see. Liam, what should I ask her? I don't know. What should I ask her, you guys, tomorrow? Do you guys have any questions that you want her to like dig? I know Andy Cohen, by the way, the reason she jumped is Andy Cohen is live right now. And so he's spilling a lot of tea. In the next hour, there'll be breaking news for sure. I wish I could come back on, but I'll dump whatever he says tomorrow for sure in the morning when we do the next one, now that we've ironed out the issues. Okay. I guess you guys don't seem to have any thoughts on that, or either that or my stream isn't going quick enough. So let me know. You could DM me some stuff or send them to me in the Patreon, and I'll make sure I text Thea to think about them or let me know what her thoughts are, and we'll do those tomorrow. I hope you have a great Friday, and take note that I did drop my recap and gossip dump for the week for Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 13, episode 2 in the regular recording feed. I did it at midnight last night if you missed it, East Coast time. Oh, I see it. Kathleen, what is the vibe between Melissa and Teresa? Yeah, that's a great question. Let me write that one down. We don't know yet, because see, all that's happened so far is Thea has attended some pre-events, because the Bravocon people are not allowed to do anything extra during the Bravocon week that are signed up official. So if you're doing something sort of unofficial, you have to do it before Bravocon officially starts. And so she's been doing stuff that's outside of the Bravocon 2023 like time period. So Melissa and Teresa dynamic, got it. Oh, Liam's driving. Sorry, Liam. All right, you guys, well, let me know. And I'll be back tomorrow and check out my recording. I'd already spilled so much tea last night in that. Oh, hit the like and subscribe and notify, so you could be notified when I go live tomorrow, just because it's so, you know, we don't normally do this on the fly, like, so you know how it is. There's no news because it just started now. Bravocon 2023 just started literally 5 minutes ago. This session was about what Thea heard or saw before Bravocon, because she did Captain Lee's play, his one-man show. I think they went to some sort of concert last night, Barry Manilow or something. She went to this, I think, blow bar that had some stuff going down. And then, although she didn't have time to mention that, so it must have been not that like exciting, or she skipped it. And then, like I said, like she said, Fedra's birthday party was happening. And so she attended and kind of got a gauge of that. So that's what this was going to be for. How are they going to fix OC? That's a fair question. Right? Shannon Bedore is, I guess, at Bravocon, but that must be really hard given the situation with her DUI, right? She just got literally announced with those 3 misdemeanors that she got. And some of the fans are, especially ones that have been impacted by reckless driving or drinking and driving, are really upset with her. So I would imagine that's really tough on her right now. How can you fix OC? Okay, got it. I love Boston, Mass too. I was raised there from what was I, like first grade till 4th grade, I think, or something like that. Boston in the house. Okay. Yeah, Thea is taking a semaglutide, and she's already lost 10 pounds. Yeah. She finally joined the party. She does look great. I'll tell her you said that. Oh, Abby loves you too, Abby. What else we got? Shannon's in rehab. Oops, I mean Bravocon. Oh my goodness. The shade. Oh, there's my son in the background. We're really going recklessly today. Let's see this. Oh, yeah. Hi. Yeah, I gotta say, Bravocon is very confusing, you guys. And I mean, that's why they actually do pre-shows of Bravocon to show you how to navigate it, because it's so confusing on the day. The first day is always mayhem. Last year, people were waiting in line that had paid like $1,000 for their tickets, and they were so upset. And there just was so many people, like too many people in line, and like no one knowing where they're going, and people missing panels. They didn't know where they were. So this kind of confusion is a thing with Bravocon, I guess. And then hopefully by day 1, which is today, they'll get it together. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I lost 30 pounds. Want to see? Look how thin, you guys, I got. Can you tell? I know the dress isn't. Look, it's pretty, right? So yeah, I lost a ton of weight. I was like, why doesn't Hulu call me now? Like, why did I have to do all the shows fat? I knew. Oh my God. All right. Let's see. Oh, that's good. Magic Mike. Well, what happened with Joe Gorga. I was asked why I didn't talk about this on the channel. And the reason I didn't talk about it, okay, so here's what happened. Joe Gorga started advertising that he was going to be performing at a big comedy club in Las Vegas, I guess around the time of Bravocon. And then the owner of the comedy club, who's this famous comedian and celebrity, his name's escaping me right now, but he went on his social media and said, this is a lie. Do not sign up for this show. It isn't real, all this stuff. And people are like, oh my God, Joe Gorga is like conning people. So then Joe Gorga was like, I'm not conning people. I signed a contract with a comedy club to do this deal, do this show. And I'd already invited other friends of mine. to join this thing with me and go on stage with me like Frank Catania Sr. And so he was like, I swear to you, it's not me. I didn't know. I really fell for it. And so he's like, don't worry, all the money will get returned that they had charged for. But then that made fans ask, well, wait a minute, who's collecting the money? Are you collecting the money, or what? Like, where did the money go that was part of this con? Because that didn't really make sense, right? Like, normally whoever puts on the show would get the money and then pay Joe. So people were like, that doesn't totally add up. And then I said, well, listen, I'm not covering it until I know if anyone got screwed by this. Because if someone paid money to go to the show and they don't get their money back from Joe after he said he's somehow, I don't know how, returning the money, then I'll cover it, because that's obviously really wrong. And I want to definitely talk about that with you guys. So I was sort of letting it air out because, I mean, I don't have enough data yet to really take a position on it. So I like to wait a little bit. I know the thing on YouTube is to always just get out there quick with the data so that people are like, oh yeah, I don't know about it, and they give the views. But I like to wait a second, get the whole story, and then tell the story. It's more what my channel is about. I don't like to knee jerk, right? I like to do my research. I like to vet. Sometimes I'll DM the people involved and I'll see if they respond to me before I take a position. So that's why I didn't cover it yet, because I'm waiting to see, do people get their money back? And you guys let me know if someone doesn't. I was going to see if I could play the video of Joe talking for you guys on his live. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'll post it when I get off here as one of my little, I grab things and post them sometimes that I like. I'll stick it up there so you can see what Joe said, and then we can hold him to it. Yes, that's right. It will be. And so I don't think it's the whole thing though, is it? I think it's just like one of the panels with a lot of the talent on stage. We definitely will find out how the show went for Magic Mike's, though I forgot to say that. Thank you, Jody. I really appreciate it. Okay, you guys, I'm going to jump. Like, subscribe, and hit the notification button so you know when we go live tomorrow. We'll have a lot more tea tomorrow. Obviously, this is the pre-live that we did. All right, take care. Bye. Have a great Friday. I love it. Bye.